know, my name is Vernice, and this is my podcast, Speak Up. Shout out to my new listeners out there. I hope y'all New Year's is going well. Happy New Year. We made it to 2025. I'm just so excited for just the blessings, the abundance, and the fresh start. For those of you that don't know, the mission statement for this podcast is we'll use our voices to motivate people to overcome life's challenges through self-love and respect. So this is a place for self-love and respect. I love the combos that I have on here, so please subscribe and tune in. I am so excited for tonight's episode. Like, I have a special guest. Like, I've been watching her for a minute now, and I was like, I could not wait to interview her and like pick her brain, get to
Aw,
know her on a deeper level. I love her music. Y'all give
yeah.
it up for the lovely LA Ray. Hey, girl.
Thanks for having me. Happy New Year.
You here?
Oh my goodness. How are you feeling?
Feeling good. Look, I'm happy this is my first episode of the year
Come
too.
on now, look. Hit the
I
ground
love
running. We good.
We're so good. I'm excited for
I love
tonight.
it. I love
Yes,
it.
fresh start. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I'm LA Ray. I'm an artist. I'm also a behavioral health technician. And I'm also the founder of my nonprofit All Hands In that leans towards the mental health side. So that's
Ooh.
me, LA Ray. We're gonna get into
Ooh.
it.
So she got some gems for us tonight. I'm excited.
Yes, yes.
So let's get deep. So we're gonna start it off with your music. So let's get into your artist spotlight. Yes. So what got you into music?
So I think originally what got me into music was me starting off with doing poetry in like middle school. Just I had like a little red box. I used to always write like pieces of paper in my notebook and rip it and put it in my red box type. So I think that's what naturally got me into just the gist of putting words together because I'm very like lyrical, like over the head bars type. So I think that's where it starts out. And then so moving forward, high school, I kind of played around with it a little bit. And then 2018, this is when I had lived with my brother, and he used to always watch music videos of the artist Kamaya. And so all of her videos, it was her and like her homeboys, like. And so my brother used to always be playing her videos, and he had came in my room one day and was like, you could do this. Like, it could be me, us, like all in the videos, you rapping, you know how to rap. So this was the year YG had dropped Big Bank, and I had
Mm.
did a freestyle. He was like, do a freestyle just to see, what you gonna get, and then just go from there. And I had like a lot of good feedback, and now I'm here.
Doing it. I love your on the radar freestyle by the way too. I was like,
Oh
ooh,
my goodness,
how
thank
did that
you.
beat? It's like,
That was a nice one. I think that's one of my favorites right now. Right
And I
now.
love your flow because the way you switch it up, you go fast, you go slow. You just, I don't know,
Yes,
it
thank
works.
you. I feel like even with that, just learning over time, like getting comfortable with how I want to sound, and then
Mhm.
being able to do like different cadences, just how to play with it, have fun with it. So I think that's where I'm at with it now. So it's like, oh, it's getting fun. So yeah.
Like
Thank
here
you
we
for
go.
saying that. I appreciate that.
Yeah, girl. Yes, I give flowers on here for sure. Yeah.
Thank you, Queen.
So I know what's the word to use. I know you get deep with your lyrics, and you say what's on your mind. So, what message do you want listeners to take from your music?
Confidence.
That's huge.
I
Confidence.
want to I want to say confidence. I say confidence because for me, I feel
Mm,
like especially right now, it's a lot of female rappers. That's just what it
yes.
is. And I feel like as human beings, we find ourselves often being in our heads a lot and
Mm,
trying to compare ourselves to like the next person. Like, oh, like why are they here and I'm not there and I did it, been doing this, blah blah blah, A B C D. And it's like you can't be in your head about it because we're on different paths, different journeys, and you got to
mhm,
keep on reminding yourself this is your story, that's their story, and it's
mhm,
gonna come. So no matter how much you clap for the next person, it's not ever gonna dim your light. So
mm,
I feel like building your confidence and knowing that is what's going to keep you straight forward in your narrow path. So
mhm.
I say confidence. Like, that goes to my lyrics, my videos, when I'm hood, when I'm sexy, when I'm just Ray. Like, just letting people to dive deep into that them different personalities that they have, they egos, like, that they want to touch bases on. So I would say confidence.
That is such a beautiful answer. You know, music is such a mood shifter. You know, like whatever you're listening to, it makes you feel
Yes, it
that. It's like
is.
it's really, yeah, we really got to be intentional about what we're listening
Mm-hmm.
to. So I love that. So speaking of
Mm-hmm.
confidence, what would you say is one of your favorite confidence songs, where you feel like you're really embodying that the most?
Oh, one of my favorite confidence songs for right now, probably this show song.
Oh, that's my song. I love that song.
Yeah, like that was probably like my first real. Ooh, this a banger, and
I
it's
love that.
me. Like like
Mhm. Yeah.
yeah. This your song. I think that's what it is for right now.
I'm happy you brought. I bump that song all the time. I remember I first heard him on Chuck Dizzle's thing on his live, and then I ran into you at the Clap It Up piano like right after, and then when they were
Yes.
bumping it, I was like, "Girl,
Hey,
got one right there."
full circle for real.
Yeah, I love it. Oh my goodness, you got me over here fangirling. Yes, so
Yeah,
that's
I
yeah,
think that's the song right there. I got to pick for sure.
yes. I could picture it everywhere, like just being like all
Yes.
everywhere. So good job on that for real. And then I remember you were like
Thank you.
telling me about who did the beat and everything. I was like, oh, like yeah.
Hmm.
So that's
Yes.
so what's an artist you would like? Who's an artist you would like to work with in the future and why?
Um, it's a lot.
You had to like just like right now, who's like at the top of your head? Like,
Just at the top of my head, instantly, I would have to say K Camp.
okay,
I am a
ooh,
huge K Camp fan,
uh-huh.
and just I like storytellers, like but I also love artists that like to pop they shit too, and he know how to do both. And so I just hear us on something. I
Mhm.
would choose K Camp. I would choose Kaylin for real, for real.
Oh yes, that's a good one.
He's like he been in that bag. Like he's just such a vibe, and it's like the more that I'm discovering different sounds, I feel like I need to do a banger with him. Like just like Ray and Kaylin. I didn't know I needed that.
Straight up, yeah.
Uh,
Mhm.
Kamaya, as
Come
far as
on,
a
I
female,
can
I
see
gotta
that
get her.
too.
That would just go too crazy. Like both of us and our voices, and
Back to back too.
just the West Coast, like just oh my goodness, it would just be amazing. So all of everybody I'm speaking, it's gonna happen. So I would say problem,
Okay, yes.
definitely problem.
Mhm.
Um, I can't think about who else right now. Like, of course, like the OGs, like
Mhm.
Snoop, Sugar Free. I low key want to do some shit with Ludacris. I
Oh,
wouldn't
that's
mind
a
doing
good
some
one. He's
shit.
a great
Oh,
artist.
oh my freaking god! I just know, just on some back and forth shit with him. Like, we'll spaz some shit. I'm trying to think females. I fuck with Lotto. I love Lady
Mhm.
London. I feel
Mhm.
like Lady London would really test my pen, and I would love that. I like working with artists that test my pen.
Mhm.
So, and I love Lady London. Like her wordplay and everything is chef kiss. So I think that's like my top right now.
Those some great artists you just named. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
And I just seen
yeah.
Kaylin at the Vino and Blue Bugs concert, and yeah, it's like I can
Hey,
see you on the track with it. Like, yes. Just look, speaking it, I love that. I love that accent artist that question because it's really y'all speaking
yes,
to existence. Like it's on a platform, you're saying it out
exactly,
loud. So
exactly,
you never know. So
exactly.
love that. And
Yes.
speaking of West Coast, I know like all the stuff going on with Kendrick and like
Mhm.
the heat coming out there, everything going on. So in your opinion, how would you describe the LA style of music? Me being from the West Coast, born and raised, I feel like other states don't understand this. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like we have so many different types of music and ways, different
exactly.
artists.
Like,
So in your opinion, yeah, what would you?
just like the G funk, like just
Mhm.
lowriders outside. We at the park chilling, family picnic day type vibe. Like that's just naturally what it is. But we got like some gangster in this type, and then we got like our own lingo. But
Mm,
everybody else have their own lingo as well. So it just be kind of crazy when people say they can't get hip to West Coast music, but everybody got their own way of expressing where they from. So I think
mhm,
just naturally we gotta stop the whole narrative with they don't listen to us. Like, well, F them. We need to just start
mhm,
pushing us like we doing now. And I'm loving it. And it
mhm.
took us a minute to get here. You feel me? And I'm not trying to discredit anybody that's been doing this for us to get to this point, but we're supposed to be at this point right now. And so Spotlight is over here. And I just love that everybody is going crazy, gearing up. Cause I'm over here gearing up. So hey, it's go time for real. But I love it. I love being from LA for real.
Mhm.
Just being able to witness it and just being able to be involved in it right now.
Mhm.
Ultimately, I think
Yeah,
that's what it is.
I feel like what's the word we use? Everyone's feeling very liberated in their creative expression, and that's what I'm
Yes.
definitely loving to see. So,
Yes. Exactly.
great answer, great answer. So, I know you have an upcoming show, so tell us about the LA Ray experience.
Yes, yes, yes. The LA Ray experience. This is literally my first baby, like as far as me doing my own show. And
Mhm.
so my friends been on me about doing my first show, but hey, it's all about timing. So I'm just happy that I'm finally able to headline my first show. It's
Mhm.
going to be strictly about me. I don't know. I might have a special guest, an opener. Never know. You got to get your ticket and go to see. But it's
Mhm.
going to be Thursday, March 13th. It's going to be at the Soul in Carson. And
Okay.
so make sure you click the link in my bio, get y'all tickets. It's going to be a true LA Ray experience. If you don't know LA Ray, you're going to learn that night. Real West Coast out. I promise you. Will not be disappointed. It's kicking off Rolling Loud weekend. Rolling Loud is literally that Friday through
Mhm.
Sunday. So I'm going to start it off for y'all. So come out and see LA Ray live. You.
Uh-oh. Y'all heard it here. Listen. Oh,
Yes.
and how are you preparing for it?
So I'm literally about to have my first meeting on Sunday.
So
And
you're
then
just
it's about to be weekly from there until March.
I
So
love that.
here we go. Hit the ground running for real.
And people need to understand, like, yeah, it's the baby steps that matter. Like you said, the
Oh
media,
yeah.
the media you're on right now, like doing this is promoting, like those little
Exactly.
things, those stepping
It
stones.
all matters. It all matters. And I'm learning that as well. So just being able to just appreciate every moment, every step, and
Mhm.
like just be slow with it, pace myself
Okay, I
and
love that.
appreciating all of the steps.
Mm. Yes, we
Yeah.
need to do that more often. Appreciate the
I,
steps. That was a
I
line right there.
swear. I swear. I think that was my year last year, 2024.
Mm.
Was just appreciating every moment.
And it just blossoms.
Yeah, exactly.
Here for it. So I heard tell us too about your hot single "Why" and how was it shooting the video for it?
Why?
Yes, I love it.
So why is a long ass song first and
Mhm.
foremost, and so like my videographer was like, we cannot just make this one location and another location. We
Mhm.
need multiple because it got to be a story. Like it has to be a film. Like that's what we want. That's what we're going for. So um I went back to the drawing board. So me, I plan all of my videos, like how I want it to go. Just basically want my supporters to visually see what I'm saying in my songs type. So
Mm.
I'm definitely very critical like when it comes to my music videos for real. And just learning each time I drop what I want to do differently or what I want to add. So with why this being like the last song on my project, I just really wanted to first highlight, my Caribbean side as far as me playing around with Afro beats and then me singing on top of that is crazy. People finding out that I do have some Panamanian in me. I don't speak Spanish, but whole dad's side Espanol, okay? Hola,
Okay.
como estás? And so just highlighting that and not being afraid to get in that bag because I
Mhm.
was going back and forth about it for a minute. But like my cousins was like, so what? Because I always used to be like, I don't know Spanish. Like I don't think I could do it.
Mhm.
She was just like, so like just do it and make it like your twist. And that's exactly what why it is. And so in the video, I wanted everybody to feel that like you still see my friends, you see my family, you see the Panamanian parade, the Panama parade, like the band, like just the B-roll of like just the different brown skins, like just beautiful black culture. Like, having my dad in there, he hasn't been in none of my videos. So just that was a highlight as well. My mom still being in there. And just the horror choreography, of course, I gotta highlight that. I always gotta have a
Yes.
little one too. But it was very special because last year I had lost my grandmother, and
I'm sorry.
so the tape was just for her, and I dropped it on her birthday, and I wanted to highlight the Panamanian side, and I think I executed it. And so just unlocking a new, I don't know. I don't even know for real. Unlocking something new.
I love that. Yeah, taking with who you are and going further with it. I love that.
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. And
Well, it's
so just making why was very important to make sure like the setup and everything was just chef kiss. And we did amazing. We did good.
yes, I love it. It was hot. It was a hot joint. Gotta
Yes.
say that. So
Thank you.
I am so here for it. And I know like, any type if any brand we're starting, anything we're doing, being an artist, things could get
Mhm.
challenging and things like that.
Yeah.
So what keeps you motivated when you have those moments?
Yeah. I pray daily.
Hmm.
Like, it sounds cliche. I thought about this the other day. Like growing up when we used to watch like the BET Awards and everybody used to be like, first and foremost, I want to thank God, right? I used to I grew up in the church, like didn't miss a Sunday. But I used to be like, man, shut up. Like, no, they BSing, like,
Hmm.
but ultimately really nothing but God. Like,
Hmm.
even for us to be having this conversation right now, like just for everything to align how it's supposed to be, like just keeping God first and just praying and just continuing with that routine of me talking to him daily. And so that's number one that keeps me motivated. Number two, I have a 9 to 5 and I'm not finna do a 9 to 5 forever. So just knowing I got to keep on pushing myself to go to this 9 to 5 to just continue to invest in myself, like,
Hmm.
and figure out a way how that works with me as far as balancing out with me doing music as well. And
Hmm.
so I just make it work as far as like, okay, we got to go pay these bills, but we also got to invest this in studio time or music videos and just this, that, and the third. So just being grateful for what I do have right now, that continues to make me motivated and to know that I'm not going to be in this position forever. My family and my friends, like ultimately for real, like just they reminders and how they pour into me and just remind me that I got a gift. Like it
Hmm.
wasn't meant for me to give up and it wasn't meant for it to be easy or I wouldn't be doing it. So I
Exactly.
think that like that's just the top three. And of course my supporters too though. Like I'm definitely seeing like over the years, like the people that's the real loudest about you is people that you don't even know. And
Hmm.
so like just continuing to be outspoken about what I go through, ups and downs, just so my supporters can see like, damn, she's a real life human. Like she's still going through shit. She's still doing A through Z to get to where she about to go. I'm just witnessing it.
Hmm.
And so I think that's what motivates me
I
to
love it.
motivate somebody else.
That you never know who
Mhm.
you inspire, like you said, with the ups and the downs. And it's like
Come
sometimes
on
you can see the
now.
raw and uncut. So
Come
I'm,
on
I'm
now.
so here for that. You
Yeah.
guys, so in honor of tonight's episode of the lovely LA Ray, tonight's episode is titled Empower. So
Okay.
we're going to be having a good episode about the importance of empowering yourself. So
Amen.
let's get into the accept question of the evening. So if you're out there listening, please comment. I always go back and read the comments and answer this question. So I'm gonna go ahead and answer the question first. I'm gonna pass it to LA Ray. So tonight's ask up question of the day is, what is your favorite way to empower others? So please y'all comment. I would love to see. My favorite way to empower others is to give them the reminder of who they are. Like I'm really big on like reminding you of how far you came, what you're capable of,
Yes.
reminding you of your strength so you can see that in yourself, so you can push the gas and go in use that gift. So that's mine personally. What
Yeah.
about you, Layra? How do you what's your favorite way to empower
I
others?
would have to say retweet.
That's a bit yeah. Okay.
Like you nailed it. But no, seriously, just being able to pour into that person, like to give them that reminder to continue and to keep on going, like you got it. Like I feel like because at some point it was hard for me to see my own potential. And
Mm,
so when you hear it for somebody else, like that just put fire underneath your butt that you didn't know that you needed. So just reminding them like where they started and where they are now, that could be inner growth, that could be career wise, whatever the case may be, how it looks for you. Everybody is on a different journey, a different path. So just me knowing like the potential that you have just based on how you was a few years ago, like I'm telling you, like keep going. You got it. You doing it for a reason. It's on your spirit for a reason. Like, you got that hunger in you for it for a reason. So it's better to go for it other than like I wish I would have. Like, I don't want nobody regretting like they time that they didn't get to be able to spend on what they thought they wanted to do by just not doing it. Because we overthinkers, we got to get out our own heads. We blocking our own blessings. That's ultimately what it be. So don't block your own blessing. That's
Mm.
all it's.
And I'm glad you just said don't block your own blessing, because now going into the
Mm-hmm.
topic of the episode, let's talk about the importance of empowering yourself. So, how
Okay.
many times have we been in our own way? I can't tell you how
Yeah.
many times I've been in my head. I limited
Yeah.
myself. I put
Yeah.
myself down. How can I have
Yeah.
strength to keep going or to empower others if I'm not tapping into my own gift and figuring out who I
Exactly.
am? And, I'm really
Amen.
big on self love and inner peace, because it all starts here. It starts with, like you said,
Exactly.
relationship with God.
Come
Having those
on.
dark days on the floor, really praying to God, or like really
Come on.
pushing through the strength. And I've had
Yeah.
people don't believe, but I've had a lot of days like that where I just broke down,
Mhm.
and I had to
Yeah.
really get deep in myself, love myself through the good, the bad, and
Yeah.
the challenges, so
Yeah.
I can have that power in myself to do what I do,
Right.
whatever my calling may
Right.
be in that moment. So
Absolutely.
the more you empower yourself, the more you'll have that power to empower others. And I think
Mm-hmm.
it's a
Mm-hmm.
powerful notion we have to hold on us.
Absolutely.
And you can't recognize your own power if you don't know who you are.
No,
And I
ma'am.
think, with this social media and, we're
Yeah.
seeing people's lives in real time. Like you said,
Mm-hmm.
people are too busy comparing themselves or trying to do what
Mm-hmm.
somebody else does. We're not
Mm-hmm.
even tapping into who we are.
Exactly.
So we can't even know what our own power is. That superpower may
Exactly.
work on this person, but doesn't mean that's
Mhm.
mine and it's going to work on me.
Ex- Exactly.
So that's one thing that I noticed with like empowering yourself is really like being kind to yourself, figuring out what kind of empowerment do you even like,
That's number one. You got to be kind with yourself. Got to give yourself grace. And I think
right?
ultimately what gets you into wanting to empower yourself is just hands up. I'm tired of my own bullshit. Like
Yeah.
that's just really what it is. Like you just gotta hold yourself accountable more because we gotta unlearn a lot of ways that we thought we needed instilled in us, but ultimately we gotta learn a lot about us. But we have to get to that point to want to, like to do the shadow work and everything. So just ultimately being able to just call yourself, hold yourself accountable on what it is that you need to work on,
Mhm.
and just know that it takes time. Like you can't rush it. You can't even rush to be healed. Like even when we think we're healed, it's gonna be something that triggers us. And that brings us back to that point, like, oh shit, I still need to work on this. Like, yes, you do. Cause you're trying to rush to get over it. Like, it's okay. It is
Numbing it
okay to go at your
everything.
own pace.
I
So just
love
being,
that.
like you said, being kind to yourself. That's number one. Like ultimately, like you can't be hard on yourself. Like I was saying, you your own enemy. If you be in your head, like your own business, like you the reason why you getting them headaches because you thinking too hard. Like just relax and chill. Like, it is okay. Give it to God. Give it to God.
Because I feel like even if someone comes at you crazy, doubting you, if you know who you
Mhm.
are, it ain't gonna
Yeah,
matter. But
I
like when
promise you,
you,
but it takes
yeah,
a minute to get there though.
hmm,
It takes a minute to get there
and we all
because
stepping
then you
stuff.
get into the space where you like, oh, this I'm gonna show this motherfucker, blah 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 blah. But that turns in you to thinking kind of negative to not want them to win either. So it's like you
Ooh,
really got to get to that point where you just like, you know what, God bless. Like, it's nothing personal. It's whatever it is that you got going on. Or I don't know, the person legit just don't want me to win. Nonetheless, they miserable.
and
Like
that's
I'm
their
not
own
gonna be
point. Yeah.
everybody cup of tea. Like I definitely figured that out. Like everybody's not gonna like my music, and that's okay. But I know I got a gift, and that's that's not gonna stop nothing. So
Nothing.
that's just what it is, and just being okay with it. But it takes a minute to get to that point.
No, it really does. And I like what you said about sometimes you get tired of your own mess. Like I told, because I have a
Mm-hmm.
theme every year. So my theme for
Mm-hmm.
this year, I came is
Mm-hmm.
do it big. So let
Uh-huh.
me get out of the limitations in my
Yep.
mind of
They
like, I'm just
bold.
gonna do this goal. No, I want to do it up here. Like let me
Girl,
push it up a
I
little
wish I
bit.
could show you my whiteboard. Like my whole 2025 is filled up. Like 2024 only had I have 7 things listed.
Now you're like,
Like
I want to win.
2025, the whole board is filled up. Like
That
you
is
really
so
got to
beautiful.
start thinking big, pray boldly, pray
Mhm.
boldly. I'm definitely learning that. I feel like I started learning that third quarter of last year. You got to pray boldly. You can't think little of God. Like, I don't want
Mhm.
to turn this into a Bible study, but that's just real.
Like this is our little therapy right now.
Hey,
Doing this.
you just power of tongue is everything. Being
Yeah.
intentional is everything. Manifesting is everything. Like I'm not against everybody saying the universe this, the universe that, but continue keeping God first. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's huge, y'all.
and speak
So,
positivity over your life.
oh yes, I'm heavy on that.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
how do you tap into your power as a woman and an artist?
Oh, I love that. I think that takes a lot of me being alone
Mm,
and having talks with myself, journaling, noticing little flaws about myself that I continue and need to work on.
mhm.
Um, uh, Learning what I love to do. Like, I love to cook now. I love to grocery shop. I love to get home decor from my house. Like, just really learning about me. Like, like I was like, I still love fashion, but growing up, I always just loved shoes and buy myself clothes. Now it's like home decor, wine. What am I going to cook tonight? Like, just being in that
Love
soft
it.
woman, just ooh, like
Yes. Say that
being
again.
able
Yes.
to like write in my planner, do my whiteboard, like making goals for myself, and just like, dang, this is 30.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
goodness,
I'm with you.
just
I turn.
just
Yep.
being responsible, going to the nail shop, like what, making sure the hair is done. Just it's me, I don't have kids, so it's like,
Mhm.
you know,
Like I could
really
just
for
do my
just the
yeah.
focus is on me, and that is good. I'm gonna make sure I'm happy.
Beautiful, and I love that answer. That was great.
Yes.
So, tell us a little bit about All Hands In.
All hands in. Okay, so I started in the mental health field since 2017. And so I worked with kids, and now I work with adults that struggles with their mental health.
Mhm.
And over the years of being in this field, I always just thought like, dang, okay, this is one of my purposes. Like, it's a purpose for real. And I'm like, I want to do something though to give back. And so I used to, not use, I probably still want to, but open up like a program that's kind of like a YMCA for like kids.
Mhm.
But nonetheless, All Hands In is for kids and adults that struggles with their mental health.
Mhm.
And the reason why I picked All Hands In as the name is for anybody to be able to contribute and to want to help, as far as helping those that battles with their mental health. Even if it's their self that battles with their mental health, just being able to be around positivity and a good aura, being able to come together and just to see how we can improve with allowing people to know it's okay, because everybody battles with their mental health. And
Yes.
so I feel like when everybody just contributes and just speak their voices and what it is that they go through, it's going to make the next person like, wow, like it's not just me, like it's okay. And so that's why I make sure that I'm very vocal with, everybody, making sure that they do take care of their mental health, because
Mm.
life be lifing, like,
Yep.
and I think everybody forgets to just pause and take a moment. Like, it's okay, because we always on go. And I just want everybody to know to make sure you are getting your rest. Like, the whole locked in mentality, like, I get it. I'm locked in too, but I'm making sure I'm getting my rest. And that's
Mhm.
very, very important. Like, nothing in the Bible say locked in. It say
Right?
get your rest. You feel
That
me?
is so true.
So yeah, all hands in. I'm definitely gonna really get the ball going for that very soon. I'm just learning about myself to take things little at a time.
Mhm.
But as for now, that's my baby. And more will be coming soon. All hands in.
Ooh. All hands in, y'all.
Yes.
Look out for it. Thank you for
Yes.
sharing. All right,
Thank
y'all. It
you.
is now time for the tweet up segment. So y'all know I like to be on Twitter, X, whatever they call it. And something that I tweeted this week that goes with tonight's episode is self-empowerment gives you the power to inspire others. So
Mm,
when when I'm saying self-empowerment too, I mean too through your challenges. I think that's where the
mm,
inspiration comes from. Like I was saying earlier, have y'all ever seen someone go through something and then they kind of
mm,
they had that self-empowerment and they got
mhm.
through it and then now they winning?
Yep.
That is the part that's going to inspire.
Yep.
And I think, like you said, sometimes we're trying to be in private about our L's and things like that.
Mhm,
Sometimes it's
mhm.
okay to show them, like,
Yeah.
oh, look, I went through this. I have my testimony now.
Yeah.
I was self empowered, and now I'm
Exactly.
able to empower you because of
Yeah.
whatever it was. I battled. So
Hmm.
I think that's the beauty of it, really.
Absolutely, I agree with you.
And there's nothing wrong with being inspired by who you are as well.
Amen.
Like I be
Mhm.
looking back at my old like things I went through as a kid and
Yep.
just the way, and it's like it's okay to be proud of yourself and be like, wow, I'm
Exactly.
inspiring who I am. I don't want to let that little
Yeah.
girl down who was going through
Yeah.
such and such at whatever
Exactly.
age.
Yeah.
So inspire
Yeah.
yourself.
You have to. You have to. Like you said, just going back to like the little girl to now, like you really gotta unpack that to really, realize what it is that you got from everything to get to where you are now. So that's very important.
Very, very important. So,
Hmm.
who inspired you growing up? With somebody who
I feel like all the women in my life, like my
mm,
mom, my big mama, and my granny, like top three,
okay.
ultimately what it was. Just all independent women, really. It was me and my mom growing up. First, we lived with my big mama up until I was 8 years old, and just seeing like how she raised all of us and held down the house was just, she was a true big mama. And then so my grandmother, which is my dad's mom, I was with her every weekend, and it used to be just her there. And so just seeing how she carried herself as a woman, like that's another woman. And of course, my everyday lady, my mama, like she embodies the single mom role. Like I say embodies to this day because she still is a great mother. Like there for me no matter what. Like that's really my dog. And so I'm trying not to get emotional because
Okay.
that's like my best friend for real. But yeah, growing up, them three was like my ones, like my superwomans for real. And I think that's why I'm just such a girl's girl.
You
Like,
are. I'm about to say that.
now that
Yep.
I think about it, that's so freaking crazy. I never thought about it like that. Like them were my Powerpuff Girls.
Right. It's like I'm a
Like
girls too. I feel
I
that.
swear, all three fierce, just like yeah, I want to be like them when I grow up. So yeah, the
You
women in
do
my
it.
family.
You doing it. Beautiful answer. Thank you so much for
Thank
sharing
you.
that.
Of course, of
And
course.
remember, y'all, don't be afraid to inspire others and maybe a part of your
Mhm.
calling. So, like you say, God
Yeah,
sometimes puts things heavy on us to do, and it's like
yeah,
sometimes you
yeah.
publicly are going to go through something so you can inspire somebody
Hmm.
else. So
Exactly,
let's
exactly.
let's let's take it in. It is now time for the life up segment. So the life up is when I take the topic and I relate it to a problem in today's world. So tonight's life up is being hard on yourself when you're down, being afraid of your own power, and isolating yourself from empowering communities. These are huge ones. The more I've been like reading the Bible and stuff, I've been talking, what I mean? I've been like noticing how, yeah, we were actually meant to be around
Hmm.
uplifting environments and things like that. And,
Yeah.
I know sometimes when we're going through things, like sometimes it's on us just to isolate. Yes, I'm not talking about when it's really needed, but have you ever
Hmm.
isolated because it was really self-doubt in your head? Like it made you not
Hmm.
want to be around the love and support that really is there, like people who naturally want to be there for you. And I think
Hmm.
that's all a part of empowerment. Like this
Yeah.
conversation we're having, this is an empowering conversation. Like
Absolutely.
this right here is a call of us talking right now on this platform,
Hmm.
and then
Yeah.
being afraid of your own power is another one. That's why I said, like, I've been really working. I've been having to defeat self doubt and like negative self talk. Those were
Hmm.
my battles growing up. When I was younger, I used to be mean to myself. I was afraid of
Yeah.
the woman I could potentially become. Now I'm at
Yeah.
a point. I'm like, no, let me show that.
Hmm.
So these are all like different things that kind of happen today. Any thoughts on any of those topics, like with the life up?
Girl. It was a time in my life where I was battling my depression. I want to
Mm,
say 2020, the end of 2020.
mhm,
I had hit rock bottom for real, to the point where I started thinking negative about my friends, as far as, oh, why are they getting this and that, and I didn't get this and that. So when I started catching myself on that, I just had to step back and really get myself right. And
mhm,
so around this time, a good friend of mine used to send me these devotionals that I to this day read every day, that really got me going with getting closer with God. And so just really being able to pull yourself out of that situation and check yourself. Like, especially what you not used to, like I said, was thinking negative about my friends. Like that's not me at all.
mhm.
So I know within that moment I needed to get right. And so I got right with Christ. And then from there, I continue to learn, unlearn, grow, elevate, get knocked back, continuing to get knocked forward, like, just life. And just being able to continuing to pray boldly about strength, faith, trusting, like, to gain wisdom and to continuing to have his light shine through me and speak to others to come to him, like, and yeah, I'm just big on prayer.
Yeah, I'm big on that too.
like just, and like I keep on saying, just holding myself accountable, because this is 30s me. Like 20s me was crazy.
I'm
you
with
know
you. I'm with you.
and so this is like, and I'm just about to be 32, so I'm still like in my fresh like 30s. So
Mhm.
I can only imagine 35, 36.
Right? Like we're
So
gonna be involved too.
oh wee, but yeah, just knowing and continuing to tell myself it's okay. Like, yeah, I'ma still have them days. Like, don't get it messed up. Like, just because I'm talking all proper and like, oh, she's good in life, like I still be getting knocked down. Like, I just know how to handle it much better, and knowing when it's okay to cry and be vulnerable. I'ma always get back up.
Mhm.
But just having a different perspective in life, like it's all God.
Love that. And
And
I'm sorry
yeah,
to cut you off. Mhm.
no, it's okay. That's all I was gonna say.
No, I love that. And I always do a how do we fix this? I like what you just said,
Hmm.
give yourself grace, like, right? When you
Hmm.
don't feel
Yeah,
when you feel your strongest, put yourself around those communities,
exactly.
and things like I said, tap into your own power and learn who you
Yeah,
are. So
yeah,
that's
yeah.
a big one. So you kind of probably maybe already answered this, but I'll ask if
Hmm.
there's anything you want to add on. So has there been a time where you had to tap in and empower yourself through a challenge? If so, how did you uplift yourself through it? So if there's anything else you want to add on, but if not,
Um, Probably the depression topic was
hmm
one, and then of course recently, as far as losing my grandmother, like leaning on my support system, like even with my music, leaning on my village, like
mm,
I definitely had to drop that whole "all I got is me" mentality when I'm surrounded by love, like and so just being okay that other people wants to make sure I'm okay as well. I don't gotta be this big independent woman type of woman, you know?
mm.
So yeah.
I love that answer too, because like I'm very
Mhm.
similar in that. Like I'm big, I'm the
Yes.
oldest, and it's like I
Yeah.
got it. I'm used to being strong for everyone else, and you're right.
Yeah.
It's okay if like
Yeah.
cracking a little bit, and you need to
Exactly. Exactly. Because people they see that. Like,
Mhm.
and that's okay.
And like to let people love us, love on us, and
Mm-hmm.
be gentle with us as well. Like we're gentle with them. So
Mm-hmm.
thank you for that. No, that answer, look, inspired me. See, so
Yeah.
like these,
See?
and I tell
See?
people all the time, like when I have guests, I'm learning through you. Like y'all be helping me.
Yeah.
This is
Oh, I
a
love that.
discussion. So
Yes.
okay, I was like, thank you for opening up and sharing that. I meant a lot.
Of course. Absolutely.
But you guys, it is now time for the drink up segment. If you're out there listening, please drink some water.
Now,
And I
now,
got a
now.
water fact for tonight. So
Yeah.
tonight's water fact is water improves skin's thickness. So research published in the International Journal of Cosmetic Science found that drinking over 9 cups of water every day improves skin density and thickness after 1 month. Thicker skin is less prone to fine lines and wrinkles because it's more elastic, according to Westlake Dermatology. So drink y'all water, like the sun coming back out. Look, her skin on there glowing. Look at that. That water, look, popping.
Yeah.
Let's keep this
Drink your
glow.
water.
Yeah, drink that water.
For real,
Okay.
for real.
Like I have to remind y'all every episode, drink your water.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I love that. If y'all want skin like LA Ray, drink your water.
Seriously. That's it. That's the key.
Yes, here we go. So now back to the episode. So yeah, y'all, giving yourself your own flowers is another way to empower yourself. So I want to ask y'all this question. When is the last time you said, I'm proud of me? When have you like just celebrated yourself for a second? I know we on the grind and it's like, I got this other goal, but have you ever just sat back and said, wow, I'm doing a great job, or ooh, that was cool what I did? And I think we have to remind
Last
ourselves that.
night when I was cleaning up, like
There you
what?
go.
Seriously, it be randomly too. Like, oh my God. I'm like, thank you, God. Like, we did this. Like,
Mhm.
like just
Yeah.
randomly. Just it be random too. Like, just because I'm a very humble person. So
Mhm.
when it hit and I popped my yeah, like yeah.
Like,
You got to be your own cheerleader. Like you have to, especially in them quiet moments that quiet time. Like, you got to keep on pushing you. Like, you is going to keep on having the ball rolling. So you got to pat your back for real, because you the one that's experiencing everything that you're going through. So you got to be your own cheerleader, because you know how it is. You know how it feels to get to where you used to be to now and where you going. So yeah, we got it.
And I've been learning the importance of, not waiting for someone's applause. In the day, you
Come
know
on
the
now.
vision that you had, that God gave you, you know the hard
Yep.
nights and things like that. So it's like, why am I waiting for this person to give me permission or to clap and say I'm doing good for me to continue? But I already know where I'm trying to go. So
yeah, that comes with confidence.
Ooh, there we go. You need LA
That
Ray
comes with
music.
confidence. That's why it's important to have confidence for real. You got to.
Got to.
Yeah.
And speaking of confidence, what's your favorite affirmation to say to yourself?
I am a living legend.
Ooh, and it's simple. That was great. Love that. Powerful, powerful statement.
You gotta speak power over your life.
Have to. And we mentioned earlier how you're headlining your first show. So what's a piece of networking advice you would give to a local artist who is looking to headline their own show? Because I know it's a lot that goes into the behind the scenes of even getting into Patricia. So what's a piece of advice you would give?
I would say do what works for you, as far as like just the capacity you want it to be, because a lot of people will go all out or really just want it to be intimate. So it's all about the style that you want to bring as an artist and how you want people to receive that experience, and just don't settle for the first spot that you see. Like, continue like to shop around and take your time. Like, it's your show. Like, you are your brand. So just gotta map out how you want everything to go, just for people to have that experience and you leaving that mark. It's all about leaving a good taste in somebody's mouth.
Love that. Okay.
Yeah.
Hope y'all taking notes out there. Look, and do it big, y'all, this year. So if you artists, you think about do it. Let's do it.
You feel me?
Yes, thank you for that tip. It is now time for the Poet Up segment. See, I know I like to write poetry, so something that is, I always like to share a quote or two from one of my poems. So I'm sharing a quote from my poem. I want to see a Black woman smile. So I want to see a Black woman smile, a genuine smile, not the smile that we use to cover pain, not the smile that we use to bite our tongue, but the smile that comes from the happiness that we deserve. That was my Poet It Up for tonight. Something quick and short. Now back to the episode. So, what's your favorite lyric or quote you have written and why?
Oh, that's a good question. Okay, let me go to flaws. I think it would have to be my song Flaws on 4 Different Rays. Just the beginning, facing the truth that I'm the problem, needing to heal from these traumas, addressing that I'm set in my ways. So I think just that alone, just me acknowledging it's time to get out this little girl shell and into your grown woman era. Like, So I think, the first line to my song Flaws on 4 Different Rays. Facing the truth that I'm the problem, needing to heal with these traumas, addressing that I'm set in my ways, and need to stop making excuses, talking about I get this shit from my mama. Then I realize that I'm the one to blame. So just holding myself accountable.
Look, that was cold. I love that. Thank you for sharing that. Look,
of course.
She getting deep on there, y'all. I love that.
That's right now, though. We go through different phases in our lives. So
we do.
I think right now that will be the line for me right now.
Great one.
It's just growth.
Growth, yeah, right. And then it's like talking to ourselves, in that moment. So that's something I like about writing. It's like you're talking to yourself too.
Yeah.
That's big. Okay. It is now time for the show up segment. This is the show up segment. If you're out there listening, please comment. I always go back and read the comments. Please answer this question. So I'm gonna go first. So how did I show up for myself this week? I showed up for myself this week by getting back on a routine. So I was in Texas for 2 weeks, visiting some fam, and I came home and I just spent some time getting me in order. Like I went for a nice 5 mile run,
Yeah.
got back to cooking me some nice meals, getting sleep, just relaxing and not
Yes.
letting time get to me. I used to let
Mhm.
time control me so
Mhm.
much. Like, oh, it's Tuesday,
Mhm.
oh, it's this, and I really took
Mhm.
some time. I was like, I don't even care what day it is right now. Like,
Mhm.
I'm right
Mhm.
here. I'm gonna
Yeah.
slow down, and
Yeah.
it's worked wonders for the tone of my week and the tone
Yeah.
of the new year.
Exactly.
So that's
Exactly.
my how I shut up process. So what about you? How did you
Yes,
show up for
I
yourself
would
this
definitely piggyback off of that, just being like more intentional with like your daily routine, or even if it don't go as planned, it's okay. Just relax and get the rest that you need. And like you said, I don't even know what today is. I know I got something to do tomorrow though, and that's
week?
okay. But what was the question?
How did you show up for yourself this week?
I'm, I'm playing. No, I started off with writing on my whiteboard, like, as far as my 2025, how I
Mhm.
want that to go. Did my bills, because it's rent
Yeah,
season before
yeah.
I step out. Anytime it's the end of the month, I deep clean. I do
Mhm.
my whiteboard, I do my planner. I make sure all my notes is in for my 9 to 5 work, because I'm a case worker, so I make sure I'm up on my productivity.
Mhm.
And yeah, just making sure I get things done and got everything planned out for the week, as far as, what I need to do, studio, Zoom meetings, whatever the case may be. So making sure I
Mhm.
have a routine for myself, because I have so much on my plate. So I just got to make sure I stay on top of everything, because a little secret about me, I will procrastinate.
Girl.
Okay. But I will get it done. All right, honey. So we've gotten a little better though, but we can improve.
You're like, I'm gonna start with the whiteboard, but I'm gonna get
You,
it.
you hear me? I gotta have it in my face twice.
That's a
So
great.
just holding ourselves accountable. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And so yeah, that's how I set the tone this week.
I love that. That was really a great
Hmm.
organized answer. So I love to
Exactly.
ask all my guests a fun question. So your
Okay.
fun question for tonight is: so you have a wonderful fashion sense. So if you
Yes.
can let any fashion designer dress you, who would it be and why?
Oh, that's a nice question. Any fashion designer?
Yep, something. Anyone
Oh, I do
or
not
brand
know.
like any. Just
Girl, that's a great question. And I can't believe I'm stuck right now. Uh oh my God, Morgan. I don't know.
right. You're like I have so many. I know you probably have so many brands in your head. It's probably
I
hard to.
swear, because it's like I want to say True Religion, I want to say
Ooh,
Coach, I want to like
yes.
DKNY, like like what? Like I like the old school 90s feel vintage
Okay.
vibes, like
Okay.
and I'm a heavier set girl, but I want women like me with body like me to know it's okay to still look good in them type of designers, like like, of course, I don't got my stuff all hanging out sloppy. Like, I make it look good. So I love
Ready
like
to
vintage
poppin'.
looks, like. So, damn, I'm gonna have to think about that.
That's we'll put it in the comments
Yeah, that was a great one.
to shake you up for a little bit.
Now when I watching we get off here, I'm like, dang, I should have said.
I should have said la la la. I'll pin it to the video.
Ah, that was a good one. That was a good
Okay,
one.
I'm
Yeah,
glad I got
drop
you.
y'all comments. I want to know so I can look into
Yeah,
it.
I want to see where do y'all want to see her dressed in? Let's see. We'll see what
Yeah,
they
let's
say
do that.
too.
Yeah, what
Yeah,
y'all want to see me in?
here we go. We'll manifest it. It is now time for the wrap up segment. So here's the wrap up. Says, so how does this relate to self love? Self love is loving yourself enough to empower yourself.
Hmm.
You love yourself. You gonna push it to the limit. You gonna make yourself feel good. You're gonna
Yeah.
bring joy to, just like we do with our loved ones. When we see our loved ones down, what do? We empower them. So
Yeah.
do that to yourself when you feel yourself feeling down.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's the thing to it. So how do you practice self love?
Positive affirmations. And that's just what it is. I even make sure that I instill that into my clients that I see for my 9 to 5. Like, let's practice these positive affirmations. Like, even if they don't do it on a daily, they're gonna do it with me. So I think positive affirmations is very important, because then it comes into a routine, and then boom, it's in your head, and then that's just what it is. So
Beautiful answer. And final question I love to ask all my guests: what do you want to be remembered for?
for being my true, authentic self.
Beautiful. Doing like you were light when you walked through the room. So yes,
Amen. Come
amen.
on.
And remember, y'all, check in with yourself. So a part of
Yes.
empowering yourself is even knowing if you're okay or not.
Come
So
on
check
now.
in with
Yeah.
yourself so you know if you need that little extra boost, right?
Yeah.
And remember, y'all, when you recognize your own power, you can help people acknowledge their power as well. So
Yeah.
let's keep pouring into ourselves, pouring into others, and uplifting our communities. So let's
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, girl, coming on here. This was just such a beautiful
Of
discussion.
course,
Like,
Queen. You already
thank
know. And shout out to you. I'm wishing you
you.
nothing but a beautiful and amazing year. Keep on elevating, flourishing. I wish you nothing but prosperity, abundance. Continue giving yourself grace, being kind to yourself. Continue to ask for God to remove those whose intentions are not pure. I
Ooh.
feel like a lot of times we be kind of scared to say it, but
Mhm.
we have to pray for prayers like that. So make sure you do that, and don't be blind to it. It's okay. And with that, you're going to pray for healing. So I wish you nothing but the best. I'm gonna
Girl,
see you everywhere this year. I'm pretty
likewise.
sure.
Yeah, we be popping out, and I thank you
We
for
be
sending it.
outside. We be at
We be
networking
outside.
events
We
stuff.
do
We
be
gonna be
outside.
outside.
And look, and
Outside.
it's
We
our
be.
season right now.
You
So
feel me?
about to be. So look, we outside. And thank you, love. I appreciate you coming on, like dropping gems, your energy, and just you're
Absolutely.
amazing. Keep
Thank
going.
you.
Keep flourishing. You're doing it. And thanks for setting the tone for Speak Up JV this year. You're the first episode of 2025.
Yes.
So I feel like you just set a slate. But before we go, can you shout your information out? Where can people find you? But listen to your music, everything. Book you for
Yes,
something.
yes, 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 yes. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram, LA.WRAY. That's LA Ray. If you want to follow my website, LARay.org. Remember, March 13th, the LA Ray Experience, my first headline show. Make sure you guys get your tickets. It is on my website.
Yes, make sure y'all tap in, tap in, tap in. I'll
Yes.
put the info in the bio of this episode as well, y'all. So let's tap in. But I appreciate y'all for tapping into the first episode of Speaker JV for 2025. I will be back with some more wonderful guests and discussions. So stay tuned. Follow Speak Up JV at Speak Up JV on Instagram, Twitter, all that. My Instagram is at Vernisa. Love you guys. Make sure y'all subscribe and make sure y'all tap in with LA Ray.